Conference Committee Report Number 140-14, final reading of House Bill 2590, Conference Draft 1 relating to elections.
Discussion. Senator Slom.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise in opposition to the bill.
Please proceed.
You know, we want to encourage people to vote and register to vote. We want to make it easy for them to do so, easier. However, in the state of Hawaii, it has been very easy to register to vote. We have our WikiWiki registration forms. We have at almost every public event registrars and people trying to get out the vote. And yet we went from #1 in the country in terms of voting back in the early 60s to an embarrassing number 50 right now. We are worst in the nation. We had a 48% turnout in the primary 2 years ago. So what's the answer? Is the problem ease of registration? I would say no, it's not. The problem is not ease of registration because there's no difficulty right now. And the fact that somebody wants to register at the last minute, I mean, we have statute of limitations. We have all kinds of opportunities for people to register. That's not it. The reason that people are not voting is because they feel, different reasons, that there's no competition. In fact, it's true that in a lot of elections that we have, a lot of the races, there is only one candidate. We find also that there is a prevailing sentiment among people that their vote is not going to count in this state. And that's a wrong philosophy, but it's a self-fulfilling prophecy if, in fact, they don't vote. We have seen other states that have used instant registration or last-minute registration, and they've had problems with fraud, with the inability to actually determine whether or not a person is a legal resident, and other problems as well. My problem with this bill, among the things that I've just mentioned, is the fact that 2 years ago, we had a dysfunctional elections office that couldn't even print enough ballots and get them distributed, particularly in my area in East Honolulu, which denied people their basic constitutional right of voting. Now, we're going to let these same people be in charge of instant registration on Election Day? I think not, Madam President. I have no trust in them because there were no sanctions. There was nothing ever done. The same people are there. The only thing that was done, there was an attempt to raise the salary of the very person that screwed up so badly before. So, I would suggest that we get our current election system in order. First of all, we hold people responsible. We have consequences for poor actions. And then we can talk about registration. Also, the counties weighed in on this and talked about the additional costs and the minimal amount of additional people that will register. And then you have one more step. Registering is one thing, actually voting is something else. So for all of these reasons, I think this is an ill-informed bill at this time, and I will vote no. Thank you.
Further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? No votes for Senator Slom. All others voting in the affirmative. Reservations, how many reservations? Reservations for Senator De La Cruz, Keith Agaran, Kidani, English, Koichi, Nishihara, and Solomon, and Baker, and Kahele, and Kim.
24 ayes, 1 no.
2590, CD1 passes final reading.